Welcome to the Dead Pair Podcast, energized by KLMO Game Boy US, with your hosts, Jason Rambo and Sean Alley. Coming in hot with the 411 on all things sporting clays. Your go-to source for information, education, and entertainment, from the new shooter to the seasoned competitor.
Oh, I'm a junkie, man. I want to play with the buttons.
He just likes to throw people under the bus if you're not used to that yet. That's part of the show.
Does your brain hear what your mouth is saying?
Hey, I'm going to call Dave when the podcast is over and ask him what half the words are.
Let's rapid fire. Let's do the hot seat. Let's get her done.
Often imitated, but never duplicated. And now, it's showtime!
Coming in hot, Sean.
Hold on, let me put my air guitar down. Hold on. What's up, man?
What's up, my large mammal friend?
Living the dream. Living the dream.
Or somebody's nightmare.
Or somebody's nightmare. One or the other.
Hey, we're going to talk to Shawn Spindel from Hillendale, the Ohio State Championship preview.
Coming up very, very soon.
Yes, here in just a minute. We're going to get him on, but the shoot is August 4th through the 7th, I believe.
Yeah, 4th through the 7th.
Yep, on Score Chaser. But anyway, we're going to get all the details from him here in just a minute. Folded Wing Apparel. When you go to their website, if you want to purchase anything, when you go to checkout, type in the word, all one word, Dead Pair, no spaces, Dead Pair 10.
Dead Pair 10.
And you're going to get 10% off your order. Compliments of the Dead Pair and Folded Wing Apparel.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Saving you some money.
Yes. And after we talk to Shawn Spindel, we've got Kevin DeMichiel coming on for questions for the coaches.
Everybody loves Kevin.
Yes. And he chose 3 questions this time, not just 2.
Yeah, so you're going to get your money's worth. And then
yes, absolutely. That guy's a riot. I'm telling you, man.
He is. I can't wait to hang out with him, since we're going to be, at this time when this gets released, we're going to be heading down to the U.S. Open.
I don't know how much, inebriation he's going to be having at the U.S. Open compared to at the Meadows at the Trident Cup. But I'm going to tell you what, Saturday night at the Trident Cup, he was feeling no pain.
Gotcha. He was in his happy place.
He was in his happy place.
I'm sure he wasn't the only one.
Oh, no, not by any means. But anyway, hey, let's get on to Shawn Spindel.
All right, back with us again. He was on our podcast last year for the Ohio State shoot, and back again, Shawn Spindel from Hillendale Club. Sean, how you doing this evening?
Well, the weather's turning nice, and we've been busy. We had a few outings and a few shoots in the last few weeks, and we're definitely eyeing August for the state championship and getting ready for that. So
cool.
Things have been good up here.
How's the numbers been looking so far for the signups?
I didn't look at them too closely until I got prompted, and I'm looking at them right now. We're almost at the same numbers that we had participating last year already. Wow. Registered this year.
Wow. And
a lot of events are actually higher than that. So the prelim and the FETASC events, they're all over what we had last year, and the main events just under where we had it last year. So it's going to be a big event for sure.
Cool.
So now you got Mr. Kruger coming back and setting targets, correct?
Yeah, John will be back. Really excited about that. Obviously, he saw the lay of the land last year and knows what he has to work with. So it can only get better. And I think, everybody enjoyed the targets last year. I think it's just going to be even better this year.
Very cool. Now, Shawn was talking about sign up and everything. Is there a cutoff for the main event, or are you're going to accommodate whoever wants to sign up?
We're going to have to look at that. I don't think there'll be a cutoff. I think last year we were just at 400 shooters. I think we could probably accommodate, close to 500. And, I think that's realistic. So, some of the other events, some of the side events, I'm sure they're going to be full, and there'll be some wait lists and things like that. But, hopefully, we'll be able to accommodate everybody that wants to come out for the main event for sure.
Gotcha.
Very cool.
Well, in comparison to last year, let's talk about payouts. Have payouts changed any from last year to this year?
OSCA is in charge of that. I know there's 10 grand guaranteed for the main event, and then all the other events are, $10 or $20 per shooter back to the payouts. So, they're going to be the same ratios and everything, but of course, with more shooters, there's going to be more payouts.
Right.
So.
All right. So let's talk about the events. Let's run through everything that you've got available. So we know you got the main, but then you said you're going to have fee task. What else is going to be on the menu?
Yeah. So the prelim will be Thursday, Friday, 100 targets. Fee task, 100 target, 12 gauge event will be all 4 days. 20 gauge fee task, 28 gauge fee task. Right now they are set for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But as I mentioned, those are both full or almost full. So we're going to look to see if we might be able to add Sunday to the mix on that and extend opportunities there for sure.
Wow.
The 5-stand events, all Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's 146 shooters already signed up for that. And then, the side events, the 20 gauge, 28, 410 pump side by side. Those are going to be Thursday through Saturday, and we'll have a super sporting to round out the end of the weekend on Sunday on that same course.
Okay.
So,
You guys bringing back the make or break again?
Yep. We'll have make a break. Ed Pritchell will be here from Top Gun and take care of that. And also the competition 5-stand as well.
Cool.
Very cool. So, giveaways. Everybody wants to know if there's going to be a gun giveaway or any of that kind of stuff. Can you fill us in on that, Shawn?
Yeah, there'll be some guns given away. OSCA has always done a great job of making sure there's a lot of door prizes and a lot of things to be present for on Saturday night. I believe there'll be a few Berettas that'll be handed out, probably a Browning or two. And, there'll be all sorts of other items, I'm sure. I believe there might be a trap that might be raffled off even that will be pretty neat. And, the sponsors that we have already it's a pretty good list. I'd say, everybody we had last year is pretty much on board, plus another handful of 5 or 6 sponsors to help make the event go even smoother.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let me ask the big question that everybody's going to be questioning you about. Ammo. What's the ammo situation looking like?
Well, I wish I had the magic answer on that one too. Yeah. We are sitting pretty good on ammunition. Probably not the premium target loads that we always want to have for all the shoots, but we've gone to our suppliers and said, hey, we're going to have 400 or 500 shooters out here for this shoot. What can you do to make sure that we have enough to get through the weekend and keep everybody shooting good quality ammo? And I think they always find a way to take care of us and make sure it happens. So I would imagine we're going to be in good shape. At the moment, sitting at the club, I'm really low on 20 gauge shells. I'm actually out of 410 shells. So those sub gauge events, if you've got those shells, make sure you plan accordingly. But again, the manufacturers have always taken care of us as much as possible in these bigger events, and I think they'll do the same this year.
So with that said, and I don't know for sure, ask this the right way, are you guys allowing any reloads to be used at this event, or is it strictly factory shells?
It's factory shells, yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure we get that out there to everybody.
Yep. Unless OSCA, says something differently, that's the rules that I've heard. So It's going to be factory ammo only.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So, Shawn, last year you had an awesome, phenomenal dinner at the Ohio State shoot. Take it you're going to have the same staff back for that, or can you fill us in a little bit on that one?
Most definitely. That's our club chef took care of the catering on Saturday night and did a great job. We had strip steaks. Her plans right now are, something to that same level, maybe prime rib, something nice. She always does a nice job, and I'm 100% confident it's going to be, same quality as last year and just as yummy, and maybe even better. Who knows? So.
Gotcha. I know you mentioned event sponsors. Anybody in particular you want to throw a shout out to?
Yeah. We got a big list of sponsors already, and I'll just try to go through what I can remember off the top of my head. But we got a platinum sponsor in PB Blaster. Beretta is going to be a platinum sponsor, and then we've got some gold sponsors: Dawson's Enterprise, Legacy Financial. We've got Miles Farmers Market. We've got yours truly, Jason Rambo with Atlas and Clay Range Design. Cardinal Center is also going to be a sponsor at the silver level. And then we've got, a handful of other silvers and bronze sponsors that are going to be out here too as well. So
very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Did you hear what that man said, Shawn?
I heard. I was kind of shocked. I need to clean my ears out. You said Jason gave away something there? I'm not sure about that.
Well, there might be a trap raffle involved in there. We don't know. So
Maybe. Gotcha.
Hotels.
Yeah, hotels and lodging for people that are coming out of town. Shawn, give us a quick rundown of what's available to them.
Well, let me start off by telling them where we're located. We're in Medina, Ohio, just 35 minutes south of Cleveland. 25 minutes west of Akron. So we've got two huge metropolitan areas real close to us. This weekend is historically a big weekend for a lot of other events. County fairs, races, the NFL Hall of Fame ceremonies sometimes are in the same weekend. So hotels can be at a premium. We tried to secure some discounted rates at different hotels, and to be honest, it's just wasn't very easy to do. So we don't have any on the docket at the moment. We're still out exploring, seeing what we might be able to find. But that being said, there are countless hotels all over the place. There may not be a discount that we can offer, but there'll be plenty of rooms between Medina, Brunswick, Akron. You probably don't have to come down from Cleveland, but there's lots of different places, Strongsville, all over the place. So there'll be plenty of rooms. There may not be any discounts, unfortunately, though.
And the closest airport for everybody to fly into is definitely going to be Cleveland, correct?
Yeah, Cleveland's just over 30 minutes away. Akron also has an airport as well. It's probably about the same distance. So either one, really good airports. Cleveland's bigger, of course. So,
gotcha. And all this is on Score Chaser, right? So if people want to go sign up for events, and hopefully they're not too late, that's where they need to go.
Yep. We're on Score Chaser, and it's easy to sign up and get in with your shooting mates. Yeah.
Good deal. Well, it definitely sounds like things are going in the right direction. Definitely sounds like there's going to be more shooters than there were last year. So we're looking forward to it, and hopefully you'll have a nice big turnout.
Yeah, it should be a fun week of shooting, and we're looking forward to it. And things are progressing quickly, so it'll be here before we know it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure will.
You kind of surprised us, Shawn. You opened up some new areas last year, and that was really cool because for guys like Shawn and I that shoot regularly at Hillendale, we had never seen those areas before.
Right.
And it was really cool. Are you going to have some more surprises for us this year? I mean, you don't have to, open the bag and let the cat run out, but
I don't know if we'll have any new footprints or any new shooting areas. We'll definitely try to throw some twists to the looks we already have, but I think our footprints are going to probably be pretty close to what we've had in the past. But I think opening up a couple areas last year has got us in line to make it a really good event this year.
Yeah, and for those of you who've never been to Hillendale, we can attest fully that it is a beautiful, beautiful place to be and an awesome place to shoot. I mean, you definitely don't want to miss it. It's one of the premier clubs in Ohio.
Absolutely. I mean, we had Rad Chad on last year, and he just raved about it, and he's coming back, and there's some other big names too, but I said I wouldn't say anything just yet. But, they're coming.
Secret.
They're coming. It's going to happen.
They're coming.
So, but anyway, Shawn, are we forgetting anything? Is there anything we're leaving out whatsoever?
No, I think we're ready to roll here, and it's going to be a great event, and looking forward to it. So,
I know one thing we forgot. Sorry to interrupt you. Golf carts. Is there going to be plenty of golf carts available?
That was last year we had a little trouble, securing our target center. This year it's been a little bit tougher to get golf carts. But we've got 47 carts that'll be available all 4 days. Looking at what's available, what's left, there's still, probably 10 each day on Saturday, Sunday, and 20 to 15 to 20 on Thursday, Friday. So,
Okay.
We had to get the carts brought up from Southern Ohio for this one, so it was a little difficult to find them.
Gotcha.
Wow.
And is that best for them to call into the club and try to reserve one of those while they can, Shawn?
That's on Score Chaser as well. So
Okay.
Under the amenities, if you have any problems and you want to call the club, we can definitely see what we can do to get those reservations run through the club here.
Gotcha. Good deal.
Shawn, do everybody a favor real quick. Give a shout out to Hillendale's website so people can check it out if they're interested.
Sure. If you go to hillendaleclub.com, we've got our event calendar on there. We'll have some info on the state shoot coming up, and we'll look for any updates going forward. And, anything leading up to the shoot, you've probably seen on Facebook. Check out Hillendale Club. We've been referencing all the different sponsors and some of the events that are coming up. So if you get a chance like that, so that you can see any more updates coming leading up to the shoot.
Well, we'll definitely put the link in the description of the podcast so everybody can check it out there too if they can't find it for some reason. But Shawn, thank you very much for spending a few minutes with us. And man, I just can't imagine the Ohio State shoot getting up to that big 500 number. How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome.
If that happens, that'd be amazing. But you know what? No matter what, we'll have fun with who's there.
Heck yeah.
It's a good shoot. It's a great shoot. I absolutely love it. Look forward to it every year.
Well, Shawn, we appreciate you spending time with us this evening and really looking forward to the shoot. Wish you and your crew there at Hillendale the best of luck, and hopefully everything goes smoothly for you.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and it'll be a good shoot all around, I'm sure.
Gotcha. Jason, any other thoughts?
Yeah, I keep forgetting things with vendors. I guess one last plug, Shawn. Are you going to have some vendors there?
There will be some vendors. Frank Robinson will be here from SGS Eyewear. I believe Nick McGlory will be here from with Woolly Guns. I'm sorry, I don't have the list in front of me, but I've talked to 2 or 3 other vendors that'll be here. That is one thing that our space right here next to the lodge is not always the largest space. So, usually we have 4, 5, 6 vendors, and that's comfortable for the way it's set up, and they get a lot of activity, and it's a great setup. But We'll again have the parking on the outsides of the property for the vehicles, and it'll just be cart traffic and 4-wheelers within the central portion and within the shooting areas. So
Right.
Good.
Cool. Well, I think that's it. I think
Hopefully we got it all. Yeah, hopefully we
Yeah.
got it all that time.
But thank you again, Shawn. We sincerely appreciate it.
good deal. Thank you guys so much.
All right, we'll see you later, Shawn. Take care.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
What do you think, Shawn?
Lots of great information. I'm excited to see the shoot growing. And, last year was a great turnout with just a little over 400 people there. So,
And they're already on par to beat that.
yeah, and then we still got several months to go for people to sign up. So
Yeah.
don't wait. If you want part of this, better get in there and get on Score Chaser and get registered right now.
Yeah, for sure. Shawn and I have talked a lot about the Ohio State Championship, just like we do the night shoot at Cardinal Center. It's one of the, and same way with Dan Bailey's place, We talk about this all the time, but they really truly are great shoots.
They're great locations and great shoots, so don't miss it.
Well, hey, Kevin DeMichiel's waiting.
Yep.
Let's get on the phone with him. He's got some questions for the coaches for us, and we'll see what he's got to say. All right, on the phone with us for questions for the coaches is Kevin DeMichiel. What's up, Kev?
What's going on, y'all?
Rocking and rolling, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Well, hey, listen, I'm going to jump right into it. We got some good ones here. Joey asks, we've all heard the term technical targets used when talking with pros, coaches, and target setters and other shooters, no matter what the class. However, It has become a go-to comment. I'm wondering what the real definition is of technical target.
Okay. So basically, when I hear the term technical target, I think of birds that normally will take a compound lead, meaning they're in some sort of transition where you've got to be out in front and under or something like that. So basically, birds that are not really holding a true line, they're doing something funny, okay, that you've really got to pay attention to the line and how that bird's moving in the air. And that's what makes them technical, okay? A little bit tougher to read is basically what kind of birds we're talking about. I think a lot of people throw that term around and have no idea what it means. But, a technical course, somebody that really knows what they're doing can beat you up 30 yards and in, okay? Just throwing you crazy off speed, crazy funny lines, birds dropping out from under the gun, all that sort of stuff. So basically, technical birds is birds with, compound leads or / funny lines to them that are hard to read.
Right. And Kevin, would you attribute that? I mean, you started shooting the old school like we did back with the handset traps. Would you attribute a lot of that to the modern day throwers, being able to throw those compound angles and stuff?
Oh, absolutely. When we first started, every station we shot was based off some kind of bird, a dove, a quail, a duck, that sort of thing. That's what they tried to simulate. And now the talent has gotten so good that now we got to create different stuff to shoot at. So we throw, crazy batus and Shondels and stuff like that. And, I ain't never seen a mallard duck do that, but,
right.
But, so basically, just some new stuff to make the game a little tougher, spice it up, get everybody a little better. I think definitely with the new machines, they can do all kind of great stuff with it, and the different springs and all that kind of stuff, different style targets. I mean, there's a ton they can do for sure.
Gotcha. All right, Kevin, next question for you. And this one's going to be near and dear to you and me.
Yeah.
All right, so Scott writes in and says, hey, my question for the coaches is why does rib height matter? I've always been told by trap and now with sporting clay shooters, you never look down the barrel and eyes should be on the target. Well, if that holds true, then why even have different rib heights?
Right. All right. Well, first of all, I'd say that was false. Okay. I think the old school of thought was look at the bird, look at the bird, look at the bird. Don't look at the gun. Okay. And this is something you can debate over and over and over and over and over, but I can promise you this. Okay. And what I've always done over the years is try to base everything around who's winning and why they're doing it. Okay. And whoever's going to win this world championship this week, they're going to be able to see the gun when they pull the trigger. Okay. Now, again, they are not looking at the gun. Okay. They're seeing the bird in the gun in the peripheral. Okay. The bird is the main focus, but they are seeing the gun. Okay. So now back to the rib height. Okay. So to know where the end of the gun is, we got to have the correct rib for our style of shooting. Okay. If you're somebody that really gets in the gun like Anthony, you need something really flat like he shoots. Okay. If it's somebody like me that, when I get real tight down in the gun, I want to peep. That's when I shoot. That's the reason I shoot a high rib gun, because I feel like I can see down the gun better. I can see around the gun better, that sort of thing. So it's kind of one of those deals where you need to experiment with it. But as far as, people teaching just look at the bird and never see the gun, I think they're handicapping people. I really do, because these guys that are winning, I promise you are seeing some gun when they pull the trigger.
Yeah, they got to be aware that it's there, right?
You got to know. I mean, it's just like when you talk about, teaching people where to insert on a bird, okay? Like at the whole point, I want to insert back edge, or I want to insert with a gap, or I want to insert here or there. Well, if you don't know where the gun is, how do you know where to insert?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's a problem. So somebody that's teaching insert in front of the bird, that tells you not to look at the gun, that's kind of complicated. I don't know how the hell you do that. But, anyway.
There's a very well-known shooter out there that said that these guys that say they never look at the barrel, but they want to tell you that they gave it 3 foot of lead. Well, 3 foot from what?
Yeah, 3 foot from what? Right.
3 foot from what if you don't see it? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree. Yep.
Well, Kevin, we're gonna sneak another one in here on you if you don't mind.
All right.
Kyle asks, at an average to an advanced experience level, how do you not let the desire for perfection, in other words, checking or looking at the barrel, overtake the need to just trust the process and look at the target as needed?
All right. So I know which Kyle this is.
We do too.
So anyway, so basically what's happening is He's talking about getting to a certain level, and then you get to that level and you feel like you have to be perfect, like you cannot miss. Okay. Well, if you go into, a tough tournament and you've had the thought process, you can't miss any of them. It's going to be hard on you. Okay. You got to go into it trust in your skills, okay? Continue to look at the bird like you always do and trust your moves, okay? When you start getting out here and start getting careful and thinking about, I can't do this and I can't do that, and, you're shooting on the defensive, it's a battle, okay? And what's going to happen with that question is once you've done it enough, being careful, you're going to tell yourself, you know what, I'm going to try something new today. We're tired of getting whipped up on. We're going to try something a little different. And, probably, I can look back at some of the best scores I shot. And when I went out that day, it was just positive thoughts and having a good time. Those days when I went out there and I put a ton of pressure on myself, and was like, all right, we got to do this and we got to do that. There's been some of those that have worked out, but for the majority of the time, they don't.
Right.
When you start putting that pressure on yourself, too early, especially, the day before, you're thinking, I can't miss. And you put all that pressure on yourself. It's not going to be good.
Right.
You got to go out there with a positive attitude and trust your ability, trust your ability. And if it's your day, it's going to work out,
Right.
It's not the end of the world. The sun's going to come up tomorrow. So,
and that could be a slippery slope too, because you could start off with the right mindset and then you miss a couple and you go into that, I can't do this and can't do that, and you fall back down that slope into doing it all over
Yeah, you beat
again.
yourself up over it and then you're done.
Absolutely. And kind of the mindset I go about, it's all about get all you can get. And the majority of the time when we shoot these events, very seldom does a straight win it. Okay. Whether we're shooting a 68 bird or a 100 bird or whatever it is. So even if you miss one on the first station, you got to take it as, all right, well, somebody's going to miss somewhere. That's just my spot. You got to keep creating positive thoughts as you go through it. You can't think, I missed one. Now I can't miss anymore. You just got to think, well, everybody's going to miss. That was just my spot to miss. I'm going to roll on and run it out. So,
Gotcha.
Just keep on with the positive thoughts. And I know that's easy to say, but it's kind of something you got to keep telling yourself, and eventually it'll pan out.
Awesome. Well, Kevin, we're looking forward to coming down there. We're going to catch up with you down there at the U.S. Open. So we'll be there. We'll catch up. Maybe on Sunday we'll have a frosty one when all the shooting's done.
Absolutely. Bring a fishing pole too, because I may know a spot.
Do you now?
Sweet.
Well, Sean's driving down, so if we're late missing a plane or something, we can do that.
Honey,
so,
Kevin got us into a bass hole, and it's just sorry. We're gonna be there daylight.
wow, look at that. He's gonna blame. He's
Just
gonna
put a
blame.
fishing pole in the truck. I know a spot. If Rick will let me go back there. Yeah, I know.
Wow, I'm more excited. He's gonna blame somebody else on his wife instead of me. So this is gonna be good.
There you go.
Well, Kevin, thanks, man. We really appreciate it. Always great talking to you when you come on the show. So,
Yeah,
man,
man.
good luck this weekend.
Good luck this weekend for sure.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all calling. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
See you, buddy.
All right. See you. Bye.
Bye. Always great talking to Kevin. I mean, he's a barrel of laughs, isn't he?
Yes, he is. That guy's got a lot of energy.
He does. He does. He probably wear you out. So, look forward to seeing him down there at the U.S. Open. So,
Yep, for sure. Hey, listen, we got some really cool sponsor segments to do. I'm telling you, you guys want to stick around and listen to these. All right, on the phone with us for this RE Ranger segment is Brad Newell. Brad, how you doing this evening?
Doing well, Jason. Yourself?
I'm doing great. I got the big man sitting over here. And
how we doing, Brad?
He's just all smiling.
Good, Sean. You?
I'm good, man. Good.
He's just all smiling and looking ugly over there.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Well, hey, Brad, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, how much shooting do you do, what class are you in, that kind of thing.
Sure. Name's Brad Newell. I'm from Bedford, New Hampshire. 30 years old and shooting master class. I've been shooting sporting clays for 19 years. Been doing it all the way up through sub-junior, junior, and now as an adult. It's my main hobby aside from hunting in the fall.
Right. It's your main source of account draining. I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fortunate to have a fiance who's into horses, so I actually have the cheap hobby. It's a great position.
Oh man, yeah, boy,
You are in the way cheaper hobby.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Brad, let's dive right in, man. So we're talking about RE Ranger. So what made you decide to purchase a set of Ranger glasses?
Well, truth be told, I think I was 14. It was in 2005. My dad and I were at Great Eastern Lobster Classic at Addyville, Rhode Island, in Addyville East Farm in Rhode Island. And Randolph had a table set up there, and I was a sub junior at the time, and my dad, he's a longtime skeet shooter, converted to sporting clays in the early 90s. So I've been around it my whole life, and I was just using whatever glasses he had given me as a kid. And as was he was using his old pair of glasses. So we went up to the table, and the guy said, "Take a look over there in that bush." And there was a bush in the sun, and handed us a pair of the XLW glasses with the CMT, the darker lens in it. And he goes, "Take a look through that and tell me what you see." And it was like night and day. The background was kind of suppressed. The orange glowed like nothing you'd ever seen. And that was impressive. And then they had some targets set up in the shade, and they handed us some lighter lenses to look through. And, that was kind of the turning point. So Dad decided to get us a couple sets way back when in 2005. And I shot those all the way through last year when I got into a pair of the Falcon Pro frames with the React AI lenses.
Well, that's what I was just going to ask you is what are you shooting now? So you're into the new Reacts.
Yeah.
How has that changed for you?
I would say it was kind of a very similar groundbreaking swap. Going from the old shooting lenses to the CMTs, and they had like a dark purple and a light purple lens. Back in 2005, that was night and day. And I had nothing wrong with those. I shot the HD lenses for a while there, but then looking through the React lenses last year, it was kind of a whole nother level of clarity and a whole nother level of contrast. I mean,
right.
To be able to look at a target and, see the ridges on the target, or if the target's sitting still, if you're just, picking them up at a table or something, to see the dimples in the target. I mean, the detail that you can get through these glasses is really incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they definitely are. Those Reacts, when I got mine, I was like, whoa, these are going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's talk a little bit about, your experience with the glasses as far as durability. So everybody worries about glasses. These things aren't necessarily cheap. How is yours held up? I mean, if they get dropped, are you getting any damage, or how about the frames? How are the frames holding up?
I can tell you my frames, the original ones, I'm holding them in my hand now. I pulled them out. They're as good as they were on day one. The plastic's dirty. They're dingy. That's my lack of taking care of them more than anything. But I had these through my teenage years, young adult years, and you know how rough a young teenage guy can be on things. And I'm here to tell you that they're living strong. The React AI lenses and frames, I've only had them for a year. They're perfect as well. But Randolph is just a top company. They make glasses for the military. They make phenomenal sunglasses outside of the shooting world. I have some of those too, and I've never had any issues with any of my Randolph glasses.
Well, Brad, you must be much more graceful than me, because I can get dirty going to church and rupture a spleen in a bounce house. So
he ain't lying.
Yeah. But so, when it comes to glasses, there's a ton of debate out there. And if you're ever on the evil world of Facebook, it's probably, aside from shotgun shells, it's probably the next most talked about subject. There's other manufacturers out there, and they're pretty expensive. What would you say to someone that's doing that balancing act of, do I want the Rangers or do I want this, brand X over here or whatever? What would you say to them based on your experience to convince them to go to a Ranger, not just because you have them, but what quality differences would you say would make you sway that conversation?
Photography is another one of my hobbies. You can have a cheap camera and you can slap an expensive lens on it and you're going to get great pictures, but you can have an expensive camera with a cheap lens and things won't be sharp. Things won't be in focus.
Right.
They always say the importance is where you spend the money in the glass. And I think it's the same thing with your vision. You could have the best eyesight in the world, but if you don't put a good set of glasses on your face that allow you to see the detail in the target, that let you pick up on the target a little bit easier or quicker if you're in a wooded environment. That's going to make all the difference in the world. I hear it all the time. We shoot in a lot of really tight windows, dark wooden environments. And they'll look at me and say, oh, it's those young eyes. It's those young eyes. And I'm like, yeah, and I can see the target a little bit sooner. But if you can put a set of glasses on your face that allow you to do that, picking up on those targets becomes a lot easier.
Oh, heck yeah.
You see things sooner, you move to it sooner, and you break more targets at the end of the day. So I think cost really shouldn't be a driving factor. I mean, sporting clays is expensive. Everything we do.
Oh, yeah.
Ammo's expensive. Guns are expensive. Entry fees are expensive. And, I don't think glasses is the place that you want to try and short yourself a little bit.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, that's well said.
But I think and this is just me speaking here, I think for the quality that you get in a set of RE Rangers, really, they're kind of a bargain compared to some of the other glasses that are out there.
Well, especially, I mean, the guy had these set of glasses since you were in high school, basically? And you shot them until...
2005. So I shot those glasses for 16 years.
Yeah, so what'd they cost you? Maybe $10, $15 a year? So
I think back then, and you can still, you can get into the XLW glasses. The React, frame kit, that's, knocking on $1,000. I'm not sure what they charge for them now, but the XLW frames and the glasses that you can get in those frames, those can be had for much, much less, and you get into a really high quality pair of glasses. Yes. That's going to last you a long time and stand up,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's an investment.
And one thing too, I think the Randolph people, you see them around at the shoots there. They're just like you and I. They'll stand there. They'll talk to you. They're not trying to sell you on something. They're there to make their product available to the people that use it. They're really good folks, and they stand behind their product that's made locally. It's made like an hour and a half from our house here in New Hampshire.
Well, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag too much, but Shawn and I are going to be seeing you over there in September. That's all I'm going to say. So there's a big shoot over there, and I'm sure you'll be there. So we'll see you there. But
all right.
But in the meantime, we greatly appreciate you spending some time with us this evening, and thank you very much for everything you said to RE Ranger. I'm sure they'll be happy.
No, thank you guys for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Brad, great talking to you, and best of luck in your 2022 season.
Likewise, guys. Have a good one.
All right, you too,
buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Well, what do you think, Jason?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I try not to. I get in trouble every time.
Ooh, that's probably a good point. That's a safe bet for you, isn't it?
Yeah. One of the things that I was kind of disheartened about is we had a negative comment about segments, and then I went down to the Trident Cup, and I probably had, probably 5 or 6 people bring it up to me, how much they love the segments. Yeah. And it's like, I guess, they say the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? But at the same time, we've got so many positive things coming out of it, so I don't know.
Well, look, that one review you're referring to, I'm not going to pay any attention to it. I know it bothers you, but hey, look here. There's nothing that you can go and hear without some kind of sponsorship or advertising on it, because these things don't pay for themselves,
right?
People. Right. You know what I mean? You watch YouTube, you get interrupted by 2 or 3 commercials watching a video of Metallica, and if you get on TV, stop it. Watch a football game, watch a basketball game, watch anything, watch a movie, there's always interruptions and commercials. Why? Because those things pay money to make those other things happen.
Right. But more importantly than that, the really cool thing about our sponsors is the products.
Yeah.
It's, okay, we've seen 10,000 Pepsi commercials, okay? But when RE Ranger, and you get someone that's talking about the React lenses and how it's actually made an impact on their shooting and how, it's helped them.
Yep.
I think those testimonials, hearing from actual paying customers, I think that's a benefit. I think all these segments are.
Yep.
I hope people are taking them to heart.
Well, and it's our whole mission is to teach, educate, try to inform people about what's out there. Seriously.
I wasn't going to bring this up.
Oh,
Lord. I want to bring this up.
Here we go. I got that look on your face. I already know you're going in the wrong direction with this.
The email we just got the other day, I'm not going to say the individual's name, but this was the funniest email. He wrote us the coolest email thanking us for bankrupting him.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to.
But, he talked about buying the products from our sponsors and how much he truly loved them.
Yeah.
And he learned about them from those segments.
Yep.
So even though he was joking around with us, it was a hilarious letter.
He said, my wife keeps trying to delete my podcast app, so I can't listen to the Dead Pair anymore. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
That was hilarious. But it's really cool. You know, the guy was a skeet shooter. He got into sporting clays because of us.
Yep.
And now he's buying these products, and he loves them, and he understands why we brag about them so much. And
more importantly, he loves the game of sporting clays.
Yes.
Because of it.
And he's taking new people shooting.
Right.
This goes back to what I said the last time. I think grassroots is the way to grow the sport.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
But anyway, hey, listen, that's enough of that for right now. I do want to give a very sincere thank you to Bear Pelt, Atlas Traps, Odo Pro, Negrini, Rhino, RE Ranger, Game Board US, KO Ammo, and of course White Flyer Targets and Folded Wing Apparel. Yep. Thank you all very, very much. We sincerely appreciate you backing the show. As long as you guys are backing us, we're going to keep coming every single week. And I don't know what else to say, Shawn. I mean,
no, we're very blessed to have those people behind us, and we really appreciate their support.
Yes, truly. And like I just said about grassroots, Mr. Alley.
Take somebody shooting, take somebody to a tournament, take somebody out to a charity shoot. Just get them out there with a gun in their hand and show them how much fun this sport is. It'll sell itself. It's easy.
Yes.
Very easy.
Yes. And in the meantime, check us out on YouTube. Check us out on thedeadpair.com. We're always coming out with new stuff. Hopefully we'll get some new stuff released on our Facebook page. And again, we'll be bringing you as much information as possible from here and then. So stay tuned. And until next week,
find us back here again on the Dead Pair Podcast.